it's one of those situations where unless you test, you don't know. So really testing once a year for things like bacteria, nitrates, and other regionally applicable things like maybe arsenic or manganese might be good things to keep an eye on from year to year.
There are several ways to do this. Your local well contractor can test the water. You can buy a home water testing kit, or you can collect a water sample and send it to a lab.
We recommend testing right from the kitchen faucet, which is one of the most highest used points in your house for water use. And that way you're testing your whole system, because you wouldn't want to just test like right by the tank and then find out you have a problem somewhere else in your water system. So testing at the kitchen faucet allows you to see what's going on in your entire system.
Your local health or environmental health department can help you interpret the results. If the test shows an issue with your water, don't panic. Henrik says there are treatment solutions for everything. Learn more about testing well water at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
Today's Daily Encouragement by William the Encourager, sponsored by Ted Russell Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty on Kingston Pike.
Monday. Yes, praise the Lord. You know, we talked last week about how to fight your battles. Well, we're going to talk about how strong we are in the Lord. Romans 8:38 and 29 says, "For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any power, nor neither height nor deep nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord." There are things coming down the pike that is going to try its best to separate you from the love of the Lord, because Satan does not want you to be that way. But, you know, that's why we pray. Father, bless this message. Bless my brothers and sisters today, Lord God, that they might know who they are and that they might know that you have given us a power. You've given us the power, not of the power of the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Amen. Limitations 3:22 and 23 says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercy never comes to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness." Remember, his mercies are new every morning. And remember what he said. He said, "I would never leave you nor forsake you." So those mercies, when you've exhausted them, there's more to come. Listen. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Whenever I am, wherever I am, God is. He said, "I'd never leave you or forsake you." Remember, let me say this again. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is. So God has not forsaken you, my brothers and sisters. You are strong and courageous. God knows that nothing is impossible when you walk with him. 2 Corinthians 4:16 through 18 says, "So we do not lose heart. Though our outer shell is wasting away, our inner shell is being renewed by day. For this light momentary affliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison, as we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen." And we thank God today for all that he's done, that he's doing, and that he is going to do in our lives today. What a mighty God we serve, my brothers and sisters. What a mighty God we serve. Woo! Don't worry about what the enemy can do to you. When the enemy tells you, I'm going to kill you, and you tell him, hey, I got life everlasting. So, hey, bring on what you have, because my God is greater than you. Greater is he that is in me. Brothers and sisters, don't be afraid to stand up. Don't be afraid to stand up, to look up, to raise your hand and say, I trust in God. I trust in God. Do you trust him today? Will you trust him today? If you'll trust him today, he'll make a way. Because you know what? There's a way out of your mess. And it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Roane, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Well, you guys know how it works. It's simple. It's easy. It's fun most of the time. We open our phones up and ask you, our friends and neighbors, to call in and share whatever you want to share. Ask whatever you want to ask. And we'll put you right on. 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005. How about those Vols? Played good. Could have played better, but I'm not going to complain. Good win over Kentucky. Oklahoma coming to town. What do you guys think about that? That's going to be interesting. Man, how about that game Friday night with the Dragons? I was listening to the first half, and I was really excited. But at the end of the day, the number 4 ranked team in the state, Powell, was able to pull away. And their second half, they did what Powell does. But, man, what a great first half it was. Got a hats off to the guys. We're going to Halls for the last game of the season, lest any postseason play. Play-by-play will get kicked off. We'll start, I don't know, probably about 6:30, 6:45 Friday night. Halloween. A Halloween game. That's why I was talking to James David, asking him if he was going to the game or if he was going to hand out candy at the house. He'll be working the game at Halls with Walt and Jim. James David doing a good job. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to hear him or not, but I know he's mine. I'm partial, but if you hear him on there, he knows his P's and Q's about football. And we had some, like I said, good football with regard to the Vols, good first half with regard to the Dragons, and then, like I said, Powell stepped up and did what Powell does. But there we go. Going to do it all again this weekend at Halls, and Oklahoma coming to town. 865-457-1380 if you guys like to weigh in, share anything, ask anything. If you've got anything going on at your church or what have you for Halloween that you'd like to talk about, tell us about, invite people of our community to your church, it's as simple as picking up the phone and calling me. I'll put you on here and let you do it. I'll even put it on the bulletin board for you if you'd like me to. Let me know, and we'll do that. All right, I'll be back with your calls. We're back with great classic hit country music just around the corner. This is Ask Your Neighbor Opportunity on WYSH.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly, unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the eScore Quality Contractor Network. They're the pros who've been specially trained and approved by TVA and your local power company. The quality contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Contact your local power company or visit energyright.com to learn more.
Hey, Vol family, this is Sterling Pearl Hinton. That's right, DJ Sterling Pearl. Tune in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for the Pizza Express Tuesday Night Sports Talk with Jasper Young and Walt Stair here at WYSH.
When you have a wreck, a good day can become a bad day in a hurry. But when it's time to get that car towed away, there is a number you need to know. 865-457-6927. Lowe's Tows. Did you know they work with all insurance agencies and body shops? And they can assist you throughout the whole process. Call 865-457-6927. If you need a tow, you need Lowe's Tows. 865-457-6927. They're locally owned and operated. They will tow anything, anywhere, from a Volkswagen to a semi-truck, from across the street to across the state. The stress of having a wreck is bad enough, so call Lowe's Tows, and that's one less thing you have to worry about. 614 Clinch Avenue in Clinton. Call 865-457-6927 or find them on Facebook at Lowe's Tows.
All right, let's see what's going on out there in the real world. All you all out there for Ask Your Neighbor this morning, good morning. Okay, let's see here. What am I doing? Trying to get my ducks in a row here. Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH.
Well, Tennessee pulled one out, buddy.
How you like that?
I was pleasantly surprised. They played pretty good.
They did play pretty good.
They did. Defensively, we didn't play very well, though.
No, we still need a little bit of help in the secondary and some other areas, but hey, a win's a win, and it was a pretty good, pretty substantial win.
Yeah, and they got a big game coming up Saturday with Oklahoma, so we're on a stretch run here. The next 3 out of 4 games are going to be pretty tough ball games.
Oh, yeah.
I still say, watch out for Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's for real. What do they rank, number 6 now?
I don't know. I hadn't seen the rankings yet, so I don't know.
They're up there.
Yet, so I don't know. And, Florida's at Florida. It's always a tough place to play for Tennessee. I've had a lot of success down there.
Nope.
Then they got after Oklahoma, it's New Mexico, but they got a bye week and then New Mexico. So can we win 3? Can we win? Well, we got to win. We got to go 4-0 if we're going to stay in the college football playoff.
Yeah, we got it. We got to win out. Got to win out.
Sure do. And then the Dragons.
How about the first half?
Played a really good first half, and then I'm going to be honest, I don't know what happened.
Well, I think that in all fairness, I think Maryville was a little flat in the first half. I think they were overlooking us a little bit, and we were just hitting on all cylinders. So I kind of think they figured things out at halftime, covered us a little better, because we didn't have a whole lot of yards on the ground in the first half. We were in the air a lot, and so I don't know. I think they kind of figured that out and just woke up, lack of a better word. They just woke up and started doing what they'd been doing all season, dominating the game. So, but I was really I was excited, I tell you.
We went back to making mistakes. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know how many onside kicks we've tried this year, but we've not recovered on one of them.
Nope.
So that's what we opened up the second half with, an onside kick. And then right after that, when we get the ball back, we have a turnover. And next thing you know, instead of being down 3, we're down 17.
Yeah.
And we just we dig ourselves a hole we can't get out of. Played a really good first half. second half is not too desirable. Hall's put a lot of points on the board Friday night, man.
How much they score? I didn't hear it. What did they score?
I'm wanting to say it was 60-something.
Who were they playing?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I hope we can win Halls. If we win Halls, do we still have an opportunity for postseason, or is that done?
That's done.
Okay. Powell's our last.
All right. Yeah, we're done. We're done on that category.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're done there.
Well.
Yeah, Clinton season will end Friday night, irregardless. Win, lose, draw, tie, whatever. It'll be over with Friday night for the Dragons. So, they'll have to play some good football Friday night. Once again, we'll see. We'll see which team comes. You just don't know which team and these are high school kids. I understand that. You don't know which team you're going to get. You don't know, are you going to get a team playing the first half Friday night? Or are you going to get a team that played at South Dole? Or are you going to get a team that's played all year long, and then the second half, that's the team we've had all year long, the one that played in the second half.
Yes, I understand. I understand completely. Hopefully, we'll get the team that came out in the first half next week, and they'll be able to maintain it through the whole game.
But it's been an interesting year listening to Maddox, and then listening to Maddox, set records, break records, and he's just a few yards away from another record. I don't really remember. I heard Walton them say what it was Friday night. I don't remember. I won't say it's either 56 or 59 yards from having an all-time record for the year, for setting it for the year. Wow. So he's right there on the doorstep of another record. I've enjoyed. He's had a great year, and it's been interesting to listen to the radio and what he's done, and he's been the bright spot for the Dragons. That's for sure.
Has he committed to a school yet, David? Do you know?
I don't think he has. I think he's got some interest.
Yep.
And I'm sure he's going to have some interest in basketball because he's a pretty good basketball player too.
Yeah, that's it. He's a definite dual sport athlete. Probably more than that. He's an athletic kid. Good kid too. I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. Yeah, he stayed healthy pretty much all season. That's good. As long as he stays healthy, he's probably got a good shot at playing. Well, I know he's going to be playing somewhere on Saturdays. Just interested to see where.
Yeah, like I said, he's got some offers. I don't know exactly what they are. He does have some offers because I've heard him talk about them, on the radio and on TV. He does have offers. I just don't know who they are or what they are. But man, it's been interesting to listen to him, to listen to your guys call it with him out there, what he's going to do. Because I don't think there's a ball they throw to him that's really is something that he can't catch. He catches about everything that's thrown to him.
No, and he's a big kid. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how tall he is, but he's a tall, big kid. You know what I mean? He's a stout young man. So you get him out there one-on-one, he stands a really good chance of coming down with the ball.
Yeah, he's somewhere around 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", something like that.
Somewhere in there. He's a big guy.
In that range right there somewhere. But like I said, he's had an excellent year this year, and he's been a pleasure to watch or listen to play this year. Listen what he's pulled off this year. He's had a remarkable year, good senior year, and he'll go down as one of the all-time Clinton greats for the future.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm excited to see where he ends up with, where I get to watch him play on Saturdays next year, where he ends up. That'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, he'll be interesting to keep up with, see what he does, because I would say wherever he goes, he's going to do big things.
What do you think, Oklahoma, Tennessee? It's just right down to the quick. You think, last year when we played Oklahoma, I was actually out of town. I was up. We took the kids to Kings Island up in Cincinnati, and for Halloween. I didn't go to the park. I stayed at the room and watched the game, and Tracy and the kids went to the park. But, we kind of struggled through that game then. I mean, we won it, but we just seemed to struggle the entire game with Oklahoma. I'm worried about that game coming up this weekend. What do you think?
Well, defensively, Oklahoma is really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a really good defense. Offensively, they have some struggles. Our quarterback has been hurt, but he's back, and he's getting a little bit better. So offensively, they're so-so, but defensively, Oklahoma's, I think they pose a lot of problems for Tennessee. That's just me, what I think. But it'll be a challenge for our defense with Oklahoma's offense. So it don't really matter who we're playing. It's been a challenge all year long.
Well, I feel like if we can establish the running game, that loosens up their secondary, and that gets us where we can pass a little bit. I think if we just feed Bishop the ball a little bit, if he has some success, that'll open up the passing game, and that'll help us. But of all the games that we've had so far, maybe with the exception of Alabama, this one kind of worries me more than the rest. I actually was more confident with Georgia. I felt like we were going to do better against Georgia because they were here than I worry that we're going to do with Oklahoma. They're here also.
Well, I thought earlier in the year we would get Georgia. I really did.
I thought we would, too. We should have. We missed the kick. We should have won.
Well, we should have. You're right. And then after Georgia got us and Alabama got us, then that's when I started saying, wait a minute. We got some games left on the schedule here that we can lose all three of them.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think we will lose all three of them, but we could go anywhere. We could go anywhere from 3-0 to 0-3 or 1-2 or 2-1. I mean, there's a possibility of all those scenarios.
You just never know who's going to show up, right?
You don't. You don't ever know who's going to show up. And there's a lot on the line. So
there is.
Every game left on Tennessee's schedule is a playoff game.
Yes.
They're in a playoff game every game. They've got to win to advance. Now, they could win out and go 4-0 and still not advance to the college football playoffs. That's a possibility.
Yeah, but if they don't go 4-0, they will not advance. I guarantee
No, they'd be a 3-loss team, and they're not going.
Yep.
So, I said earlier on, I thought there was a couple losses in there, and
yep.
This is one of those games. I thought Kentucky might be usually, traditionally, Kentucky plays Tennessee pretty good and pretty tough, and it really didn't happen Saturday night. Kentucky was pretty much out of the game from the time we kicked it off to when the game was over with, so wasn't too much in question. I mean, Kentucky made it interesting a couple times, but that's about it. Tennessee they were clicking on offense.
Yep.
But you never know when we're going to be clicking on offense. There's been games this year, against Alabama, we didn't throw any pass longer than 20 yards.
Nope.
Against Alabama.
Yep, I saw that.
Against Kentucky the other night, we were lighting them up, man.
Yeah.
So also that has to say different caliber of players from Alabama to Kentucky too. So maybe that's a reason why.
Well, it definitely is a reason why with regard to that. But I think Oklahoma's going to fall somewhere between an Alabama and a Kentucky. They're certainly not going to. They're going to be better than the team we faced Saturday. I don't know that they're going to be Alabama, that good, but definitely going to be better than Kentucky. So we're going to have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, it's a much tougher game to play Oklahoma than it is Kentucky.
I'm glad it's at home.
They're not even on the same piece of paper.
The boys are going. James David's going to the game. I don't think we're going to go, but he's going to the game. He's excited about it. I just hope we win. He was so mad after the Georgia game. I don't want to see him get that mad again.
I understand. Well, he might come home mad again. You never know. So, listen, me and you're in the wrong business.
How say?
Well, another coach gets fired and he's owed $54 million.
Jeez.
We're in the wrong business, Meredith.
I'm telling you,
buddy. We need to be football coaches. I don't have to coach longer than 1 year, and I'll sign a 10-year, $95 million contract. give me a buyout at the end, and I'll take $54 million, and I'll go off in the sunset.
Well, I'm just
you won't ever hear me again.
I'm just telling the folks there at Florida, if you're interested, I'll come down for $1 million. You know,
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that. And Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
He's right in the middle of every big opening right now.
Yep, I know.
LSU, Florida, and Penn State. His name is being mentioned.
You think
he's fixing to rack up, man?
You think he's going to leave Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably.
I don't know if he'll stay at Ole Miss or not. I really don't. Depends on if he wants to. I guess does he think that he can recruit and get enough money down Ole Miss to win a SEC championship, and win a national championship? And he might stay because that's where all of his family's at now. Everybody's there. He's got all of his family there now. So we'll see. But the top job out of the three that I just mentioned is LSU. It's LSU, Florida, and then Penn State. So his name is being mentioned for all three of them. So he's got a chance to decide what he wants to do, and but we'll see. So we'll see what he does. It's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Saw an interview with Ed Orgeron this weekend, and he was talking about when they were here in Knoxville. He was working for Lane. He said if he would have stayed, he felt like that we would have that year definitely won the East, and within a year or two probably been competitive for the national championship. He felt like if Kiffin would have stayed, because he said their recruiting class was amazing. They were doing great recruiting, and it's just UCLA or USC come knocking on the door, and a bright and shiny thing got Lane's attention, and he took off. But he really felt like that if Kiffin would have stayed, we were SEC East champions at the very least, and on our way in a year or so to the national championship.
Yeah, and USC was a dream job that he always said if they come calling, he would go.
Yeah.
I think if you asked him about that today, he would tell you that might have been a mistake. He might also tell you by going out there, he learned some valuable lessons, and by going out and then having to start all over again, and working his way back up and becoming what he's probably become a better football coach because of it too.
I think he has, and I think he had to grow up. I think he was a little immature when he was here the first time, and I think that those lessons helped him grow up a little bit. And he comes from a long heritage of football. His dad is a football genius, so it goes without saying he has the opportunity to be a great coach, and I think he's doing good now. I mean, Kiffin's a good coach. You can't take that away from him. I don't like him, but he's a good coach.
Hey, where he's at right now, Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is, they're right there. So, they're right there. So it's you got to look where he's coaching at today. A lot of people wouldn't go to Ole Miss to coach. It's not a big enough job, but he's down there and he's doing a pretty good job. And, if things continue on the way they are, looks like it'd probably be him and Texas A&M playing in the SEC championship, maybe. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we're in the wrong business, buddy. $54 million, to get a little buyout there to sit wherever for the next 2 or 3 years, and I wouldn't want to coach. I'd just take $54 million.
Oh, man alive, just give me the check, and I'll sit right back in my lazy boy. I ain't going nowhere, pal.
I heard that. We just sit back and listen. We're just in the wrong business, man. I don't know how these cats continue on to get these huge buyouts the way they do, but, man, they got some good representation, and, Jimmy Sexton earns his money. I'll say that. That's about all I've got to say. He earns his money. So, and it always seems like they always get fired right after they've had an extension or something.
It's like they give them an extension hoping it's going to jumpstart the team, and then they fire them, and they end up having to pay for that extension extra.
Yeah, instead of, I don't understand why they do that, but that's what they do. And the landscape of college football has changed so much. Used to be we had worried about at Tennessee, where we're going to play in the SEC championship game, where we're going to win the East, And if you won the East or you played in that periodically, coaching-wise, you was pretty safe. Was you going to win 9 games or 10 games? Occasionally you win 11. Most time it was 8 and something.
Yeah.
A bad year was 6 and 6. But now that's not the case now. Now the case is, are you going to go to the college football playoffs? That's what everybody's basing it on.
Yep.
And I heard some people talk this morning. I was listening to the show this morning. You know, eventually you go ask donors for money, and then they eventually start asking, hey, what am I getting in return? We're not doing nothing. And they stop. They stop giving money.
Yep.
So you've got to win now. It's win at all costs now with the NIL stuff, and it's to get in the college football playoffs. It's no longer good enough to be 9-3 or 10-2 at Tennessee anymore. You've got, well, it's not, but it very well could be.
I'll take 10-2.
It's not good enough now. You gotta get in the college football playoff, and not necessarily the SEC championship. I don't think that even matters anymore.
Yeah.
It's can you get in the college football playoff? That's what matters.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we've still got a chance. I think it was 2% or less, give or take. If we win out, we have a 90% chance of being in the college football playoffs if we win out. But that's still a 10% chance, even if we win out. You know, depending on what the other teams do and who does what, whether or not we'll make it in. But winning out you've got to do that before that's first hand business at hand.
Yeah, we got to run the table. We got to win 4 in a row here. So we'll see what they can do. All right, buddy. I'm just gonna talk a little college and high school football right quick. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that high school football is basically
over.
Not over with, but it is over with regular season wise.
Yep.
Now we're gonna get in the playoffs, and man, there's some pretty big games Friday night if you really want to look at Anderson County, Alcoa.
Yep.
Oak Ridge and Maryville. I mean, there is some huge games on tap this week. Powell West is another big game.
That will be a big game.
That has a lot of playoff implications. But there's some big football games Friday night or Thursday night. One depends on when they're playing. A lot of teams are playing Thursday night because of Halloween.
Yes, sir.
But there's some big football games this week that's coming down the pike.
Be a lot to keep an eye on. We watching, and we'll have the Dragons on here. Walt and the guys get kicked up. I don't know, 6:45, give or take, between 6:30 and 7. We'll kick off at 7, so we'll be on pregame before that. So you guys just tune in, and we'll get you situated, and hopefully bring another win home.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what they can do with Hawes. We'll see which Clinton team shows up.
Fingers are crossed, buddy. Come see me.
All right, see you, bud.
See you, David. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's like I said, if you were listening, if you turned it on the first half of that Clinton game and listened to it, and they went to halftime, and you went and got yourself something to eat or whatever, and you come back about 6 minutes into the third quarter, you'd be like, what happened? We were only behind by 3. Now we're behind by 20-something. So, but it was exciting for the first half. I enjoyed listening to it. The guys that were bringing the game, you could tell they were excited. Walt, Jim, and James David were all feeling it. It was fun. It was a fun half. Wish it could have lasted. All right. Phones are open at 865-457-1380. If you'll call me, I'll put you on. If not, we'll roll right into some great classic hit country music on your Monday morning. Good morning, everybody. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? Holy cow. Tracy and I spent the entire weekend, and I am not kidding you when I tell you this. She was trying to decide what we're going to be. I started to say we were trying to decide, but there is no we in this decision. I'm just going to tell you that right now. When she asked me, do you like this? You want to do this? I just, I've learned just yes. Doesn't matter what it is. Yes. As it is right now, I think I am going to be Buddy the Elf. Stop it. I can hear those guys out there now. Yes, I'm a possibility. I think it's Buddy the Elf, and she's going to be the other little elf girl there in the movie. I can't remember what her name was. Played by Zoe Deschanel, but I don't remember what the character's name. Do you remember? Anyway, I think that's where we're at. I think. So if you're out on Halloween, come by the house. I'll give you some candy, and who knows? Maybe in my Buddy the Elf costume. So that's what it looks like. And we have toyed with Superman, Supergirl. I think that's the second. I think that's the fallback number 2. And then, or we were going to be Barbie and Ken again. I'm glad that she did not opt for that, because the costume is shorts and it's going to be chilly. So, what are you guys going to be? Or are you? Do you guys dress up to hand out candy? We do. We usually have folks over and we dress up and we'll barbecue or something like that. Or Tracy will make some Halloween festive dip or something. I don't know. We'll see. But again, looks like it's Buddy the Elf. All right, I'll take this break. We'll come back and talk some more if you want to. Call me. Maybe. Where's my button? Push the button.
Happy Monday, everybody. Grab the rain gear. This soggy rain that's with us this morning is going to be with us pretty much all day long. And we're going to stay on the cooler side with forecast highs in the 50s, and that's pretty much the story for most of the week. Your forecast is brought to you by Anakista, Gatlinburg's award-winning outdoor adventure. Ride the scenic Chondola, stroll through the treetop skywalk, and soak in breathtaking Smoky Mountain views. Anakista, there's magic in the mountains. I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center for AM 1380, FM 101.1, and FM 99.5 WYSH.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Hey, Vol family, this is Stir the Pearl Hinton. That's right, DJ Stir the Pearl. Tune in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for the Pizza Express Tuesday Night Sports Talk with Jasper Young and Walt Stair here at WYSH.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.
AM 1380, FM 101.1.